Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Team VLR's Street Stock Season Finale here at the Limeland Motorsports Park. My name is Brett Wheeler. Joining me in the booth tonight is David Holloman. David, welcome to the season finale. It's going to be an absolute outstanding show here tonight. The smallest dirt track we have on the system in the Street Stock. Well, you know, come either heat race or B main time, we're going to have these cars up on the cushion very close to the wall.
Yep, it's been a fun season so far, and we're going back to exactly where we started week one. The track is going to reset, same thing tonight, but with week one we saw it progress higher and higher throughout the night, and then eventually towards the end of the feature everybody was up there trying to bang that cushion, so wouldn't be surprised to see that again tonight.
Now we're coming into the season finale here, and it's been a wonderful 7 weeks so far. This is, I believe, the 8th week with the Street Stocks. Normally Joe White from OSRN on the call, but subbing in tonight is myself from Ultimate Dirt TV, and points battle between Howard Weaver and Jeremy Capron. Those two guys not separated by a whole lot of points, and coming into tonight's season, every point is going to be critical.
Yeah, definitely. Howard with 4 wins on the season, but I believe he has about 2 DNF or 2 really bad finishes. So Jeremy, he's only got 1 win, but he's kind of been the more consistent of the 2 drivers. So it'll be interesting. It's going to be a 10-point gap between the 2 tonight, and it'll be interesting to see if Jeremy can he's going to have to get up there and probably win and keep Howard out of about the top 10 positions.
Well, we got heat race or qualifying in about 2 or 3 minutes time, and obviously we'll get into the qualifying, and then that'll determine the heat races. And then I think we're going to have, depending on what have we got here so far, we got 35 drivers that have taken a time, plus another 3 who haven't, so nearly 40 odd drivers. And when you think about 40 odd drivers, the more likes of Weaver and Capron all fighting, for every position on the racetrack, they want to be as high up as they can. And well, that's going to be a tough night here, especially if they don't get set from the get-go and then have that qualifying run.
Yeah, first thing they want to do, like you said, qualify up front and just make it through your heat race, because you don't want to get stuck back in that C or maybe even D main tonight. Probably just a C main, but then on top of that, the feature is 75. I'm not sure what it was the first time, but it is 75 laps tonight. That's a long race here at Limeland.
Yeah, it certainly is. But I'll tell you what, those laps will, they will tick off very, very quickly if we can get some green flag laps in. But this is the shortest dirt track that we have on the system, and I mean, it's short, it's narrow, but these guys, they're able to still go, 2 and 3 wide around here. If, guys able to sort of lean on each other, in the street stock. You put them in an open wheel car, you can't lean on one another. So I think we're going to see a lot of cars leaning on each other here tonight. But who knows what we're going to expect.
Yeah, it's kind of been the case this whole season. We've seen, the front end to rear end kind of bump drafting. That kind of works out, but it's just kind of the way these cars, they don't bang doors as great as a lot of the guys would think, and it's caused a lot of entertaining problems. But there's been some tempers flaring throughout the series a little bit, and if you lean on a guy just the wrong way a little bit, especially here at Limeland, you kind of get stuck on someone's right rear, and you're going to end up turning them right out of the exit of the corner, and there's been some big hits on the outside wall.
What's it like now? Obviously, you're one of the faster guys on the service. You're definitely inside the top 5 when it comes to, whatever you put your backside into. I mean, talk about this track. I mean, 3 and 4, a little bit different to 1 and 2 in the sense that you've got to be exiting the corner at a different angle out of turn 2, because you got that opening, coming out of turn 2, going onto the back straight. You don't have that in 3 and 4. You're able to, to hold the wide open in some classes here at Limeland.
Yeah, in 3 and 4, you're right. Because of the way the wall comes in on you out of turn 2, you kind of have to take that sharper. And on the exit of 3 and 4, the wall almost goes away from you. So sometimes it's kind of a balance on, cutting the middle of the corner down and losing a little bit of speed, or holding it wide open. But then you kind of slide way out wider just because there is a lot of exit room and room in turn 4 there. That you kind of try to find a happy medium, because otherwise you're just losing more speed, spinning your tires way out there on exit.
All right, now we get set for qualifying here at the Lumberland Motorsports Park. We thank everyone for tuning in here on the Team VLR Facebook page, YouTube channel. I believe we're live on the Twitch channel as well, so we've got all three going as well. So make sure you follow teamvlr.com on all social media information. You can see it there on the left-hand side of your screen. And we're going to have qualifying with, it's going to be tough to keep an eye on every one of them. There's lone qualifying. So each driver just goes out there on their own, and then we'll have the drivers' names pop up on the left of the screen just there. So at the moment, it's going to be Tyler Gray sitting in position number 1, but I'm sure that will change here in just a minute.
Yeah, track got very fast towards the end of practice. I think right now you're seeing the 15.6 is on pole. I wouldn't be surprised if you actually see someone dip down into a 15.5 maybe to get the pole here tonight.
Now we're looking at Trevor Cheney here with a 15.656 sitting in position number 1. We look at other drivers on the racetrack as well. Randall Carter sits second quick. Rhett Stard third quick with a 15.694. Rocky Battenfield also with a 15.694. We're still waiting on some drivers out there. It's waiting to leave pit exit. Watching the 84 on screen. That's going to be EJ Jones. I've seen EJ multiple times in a street stock, and well, he's always been towards the front of the field. But you know, these VLR races, you know, they always bring out the high caliber of drivers.
Yeah, that's what I really want to watch for tonight is EJ Jones. He's been up front. He's just, just on the other side of close to getting victories. As I've noticed Jeremy Capering, I've been watching him here in qualifying. He bailed out right away on his first lap. So I don't know if it's something with the car or the track, but he bailed right away on his first lap. And it looks like he's bailing on his second lap also.
Yeah, you don't need to be bailing on any laps here, especially, with how tight and how tough the competition here is at the Team VLR race, whether it's, racing street stocks, non-wing sprint cars, late models, modifieds, non-wing sprint cars, anything. It's just, it's always tough. EJ Jones, 7th quick with a 15.705. He's 600ths of a second off quick time at the moment. We'll see what we can do on lap number 2. It's going to be quicker. It's going to be quick time, in fact, with a 15.641. EJ Jones to the top of the speed charts.
And now it looks like Howard Weaver, he's going to make his way out on the track to throw his hag in his call. And he goes quick time with a 6.17 right away on his first lap.
Oh, no need for a second lap because he just pulls it up on the back straight away. And he's just going, you know what? That's good enough for me. So
just left the server.
All right. So Howard Weaver, the points leader for tonight, going quick time, and then
actually a lot of people are leaving the server. I believe they are switching servers because the admin, something happened with the admin's computer. Now nobody else would have admin controls. That is unfortunate, because Howard put himself up front by about a quarter of a tenth of a second.
Well, we'll take a quick break here on the Team VLR Facebook page or YouTube channel as well. And we'll be back in a few short moments. We're just going to put up an Ultimate Dirt TV transition screen, so stick around and we'll be right back.
Tim Ryan leads him out to a big lead.
Well, looks like we've got a caution in the back. I'm not sure if that was the initial start
Yellow
right
on
there.
the racetrack, initial start. I was confused about how we were starting. Tim Ryan jumps out to a big lead. Austin Simmelman in the pits already.
Oh, bad break there for the 34. Blake Durflinger not going to be making any presidential runs here soon as he's heading into the pit road. Austin Simmelman, he's taking it behind the wall. It looks like Sean Wallenfeldt Jr. is taking it behind the wall. A bunch of drivers right there with heavy contact, and their night comes to an end early.
Heavy damage, not the way you want to get started with the Wicked Cushion Knoxville shootout, but we'll rack them and stack them and try it again one more time. Tim Ryan, your race leader. Lewis Hewitt second. AJ Nevin third. Timothy Smith fourth. Dylan Hauser currently sitting in the fifth spot, and that's how your top five will sit at the moment. I believe we had 0 laps complete. We'll go back to a complete restart, maybe?
Simmelman would have been one of the favorites, but he's out early, so that's going to be one less for Tim Ryan to try to get around and try to pass to get that $500 victory. As Howard Weaver's making comments in the background, and he's running my professionalism, but hey, nonetheless, we're out here tonight with that 9 of Tim Ryan in the lead, followed by the 3 of Lewis Hewitt, the 17 of AJ Niven, the 00 of Timothy Smith, and Dylan Hauser in the top 5 as they're getting lined up side by side. Gonna give this restart one more go here tonight as they're double file going down.
Server's up, guys.
That pace car will take that hard left turn, and we'll be back under green.
Getting set to go 40 laps of feature racing here at the Knoxville Raceway. Wicked Cushion Knoxville shootout. Pace truck getting set to pull that hard left-hand turn into the pits. Green flag is back out, and we are underway. Tim Ryan, the Aussie, leads him back to the green.
2 Aussies on the front row as Lewis Hewitt tries to get the jump and can't quite make it. The number 17 machine of AJ Niven gets on the low side, tries to take advantage, and there's a wreck in the back.
Another wreck on the racetrack.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Team VLR.com for the Street Stock season finale here at Limeday. We do apologise about the little technical issue here. So as you can see, timer just got a minute left. We're just waiting on all the drivers, and we'll get straight into qualifying again here at Limeday Motorsports Park. So, David, I mean, Howard Weaver, he's got to put in another solid qualifying effort here in just under a minute's time, and hopefully that doesn't affect him, because we've seen in the first server, he actually went quick time, and then all of a sudden, you know, things went pear-shaped. So, unfortunately, he's going to have to do it again. But, you know, another chance for, you know, the likes of Jeremy Capron and Randall Carter to, you know, to maybe stake their claims here at Limerland.
Yeah, this definitely helped out Jeremy because he wasn't. I don't even think he was in the top 15 in the first servers qualifying. And like you said, Howard Weaver's on pole by a pretty good margin, especially. So qualifying, it's gonna be. I mean, it was a short practice session, but it is carried over from that, so it's not gonna be the same track. So it's gonna change things up a little bit for Howard Weaver. Should be interesting.
All right, we'll try and get as many cars we can in qualifying. It just, as I said, it is all lone qualifying, so we'll see what happens with this qualifying session right now, and we'll let the drivers go out and take their times.
Wow, as already we're seeing his quick time with Howard Weaver in the last session was in the 15.6s. Already it's down to 15.1 because the track got so much faster once they kind of cleaned some dirt off of it.
We're just trying to do some things in the background here. I do apologise for that one. We'll get the top 10 qualifying on screen as well. So Schrader goes quick time, and well, Blake Nelms also, both drivers with a 15.170. Looking at
Howard Weaver crossing the line for the first time. It's going to put him third quick only right now. He's going to have, oh, it's only 2 laps this time also, so it'll be interesting. Coming out of fours, Howard's second lap, straighten the car out, maybe even tap the wall. I don't think it's not going to be any better, so only third quick this time for Howard Weaver.
Now watching the 23 of Jeremy Capron on screen as well, trying to get his first of 2 laps in here at the Loma Land Motorsports Park, and well, he's got 3 seconds. He does get a time in, and it is going to go quick time with a 15.169. 7/1000 of a second separating our top 5. This is going to be an absolute barn burner of a race. Jeremy Capron and Randall Carter the front row. So 5 heat races here this evening. This is going to be a beauty, David.
Yeah, he sure got that in the last second because they only had 2 minutes of qualifying. But like I said, biggest the server switch was an advantage for Jeremy. We call him the gangster. You might be pulling some strings out here because now he goes quick time in this server.
All right, let's take a look at our starting grid. Starting on the pole in car number 23. Tonight's fastest qualifier, the 23 of Jeremy Capron. To his outside in car number 37, it's Randall Carter. Inside, row number 2 in car number 84, it's EJ Jones. And to the outside of him in car number 32, it's Seth Chaney out of position 4. At a position 5, the 69 of David Clymer. And at position 6, the 29 of Scott Dobbs. At a position 7, the 41 of KT King. And to his outside, the 22 of Drew Phillips. Scheduled to start out of position 9 in the 90 is Trevor Royer. And that'll conclude our starting grid for heat race number 1 here at Loma Land Motorsports Park. And well, Capron, he's going to have to be on his game to get the win here. Now the top, I believe it's the top 2 going to the redraw for tonight's dash. Am I correct?
Yes, I believe so. 5 heat races, 2 redraw. Yeah, I believe so. But yeah, EJ Jones, he's one who didn't really benefit also. He was fast in the last server, but he only, wherever the heck, 3rd place in the first heat's going to put him. So definitely a stacked heat race right out the gun. You know, Randall Carter and Jeremy Capron, they raced a lot together. I remember last week they ran nose to tail the entire heat race. But they got to watch out for EJ Jones because he certainly isn't going to be happy sitting outside that redraw position.
All right, so the first heat race of the night, getting set to roll off here at the Loma Land Motorsports Park for the Team VLR.com Street Stock season finale. Week number 8 of the series, and some fantastic side-by-side racing throughout the previous 7 weeks. No doubt we're going to have some great racing here tonight. It's all about to start. The finale, Capron v. Weaver for the point battle. Who will come out on top? We'll find out later on with Jeremy Capron and Randall Carter getting set to go green off for turn number 4. Green flag goes out and we're underway here in the opening heat race of the night. And EJ Jones got a good start, launching himself straight into 2nd spot. They all try and fight for the bottom side of the racetrack. Off for turn number 2. It's going to be the 23 of Capron leading Carter down into 3 and 4.
Yeah, Jones had a good start, and he was right where he had to be in the inside of Randall Carter, but kind of bounced off him there, and Randall was able to take that spot back as the top 3, kind of trying to look to break out. It says Cheney running that 4th transfer spot. He is only top 3 transferring. I know most of the season was top 4, but with as many as heat races are, it is only top 3 tonight.
All right, definitely want to be in the top 3, no doubt about it. We look at the top 3 on screen. Capron leading Carter and Jones. They come down the back short back straight away here at the Liverland Motorsports Park. A lot of the drivers are on the bottom side, the fastest way around, and of course the shortest way around as well. Here comes Carter looking to the inside of Capron into turn number 1 and 2. He pulls up alongside him, but Capron has the run coming off of turn 2.
Yeah, it cost Carter a little bit of momentum. Now he's going to slide up. EJ might have a run on him going into turn 1. Not going to do anything with it. Seth Cheney still stuck in those 3 guys out front. A little further back, KT King and Scott Dobbs battling for about the 8th position.
And watching as they come out of turn number 4, this is complete lap number 5 of 8. So already past halfway with just 3 laps to go here at Liverland Motorsports Park for the opening heat race of the night with the street stock finale. As we see Capron still running the bottom side, as is Randall Carter and EJ Jones, your top 3, starting just to clear away from the 4th place driver of Seth Cheney at the moment. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, 2 to go. Carter's going to slam the wall a little bit there out of turn 2, as it just looks like the track, the speed is right around the middle, you know, not too high, not too low, not really jumping up on that cushion at all. Just right kind of through the middle, right where the banking begins.
All right, white flag is out here in the opening heat race of the night, and the 23 of Jeremy Cape. We're going to come off on turn number 4. He will get the checkered flag. He will get the win. Home in 2nd is going to be Randall Carter. 3rd is going to go to EJ Jones, Seth Cheney, David Clymer, Trevor Royer, Drew Phillips, Scott Dobbs, and KT King. Rounds out the 9-car field in heat race number 1. Heat number 2, David Harleman, you have the grid.
Scooter Starsky Schrager on the pole. That's what me and Joe have been calling him because of his paint job. But outside of him, Shane James, the winner from, what was that, 2 weeks ago at Eldora. They're going to have Lon Franks, who's been a heavy hitter too also. You got Brenton Hoff, the 5th position, Hunter Poston, Michael E. Clark, that's Howard Weaver's stepbrother out there. Then you got Trevor Cheney, brother of Seth Cheney. And you got Ronnie Benton, and rounding out the field, I believe, Christopher Smith.
Alright, so I've just been told that apparently they're going to do the redraw as well, but we'll get to that in just a few moments' time. And heat number 2 rolling down the front straight away. They'll get the 1 to green signal right now.
Yeah, biggest mover in the first heat was Trevor Royer from, I believe, 9th up to about 6th. I'd be interested to watch Michael Clark or Trevor Cheney in this one if there are going to be some movers from the back.
All right, here we go. Schrader and James getting set, and we are green and underway here in heat race number 2. And it's going to be Schrader leading down into 1 and 2. James, and you go back to Lon Franks back there in 3rd. Then you go back to the 35. That's going to be Brenton Hoff back there in position number 4.
Yep, as Lon Franks going to slide up the track a little bit, right on the back of Shane James. 1, 2, 3 again, trying to check out, kind of like last heat. First battles for 5th place up front. Michael Clark is going to get the door closed, is in front of him. 35 cars going to hit the wall, a couple cars going to go around.
Yeah, the 35, in fact, going to the infield in turns 3 and 4. Oh no, the 00 collects a 42. And that's going to be Christopher Smith back there as well. He's going to get spun around, but you go back up towards your top 3 right now. And Schrader, your race leader from James, back there in 3rd is Lon Franks. And just like we've seen in Heat 1, the top 3 just starting to pull away just a little bit more from our 4th place runner. That's Hunter Poston in the 58.
Yeah, I guess it might be Hunter's first week with us. I don't quite remember him, unless he just wasn't a player in the other weeks. But he's up there trying to at least put himself in a good starting spot for the B main now if it was Duran. Still 3 laps to go. But back up front now, looks like Shane James getting a little bit antsy behind Scott Schrader.
Yeah, no Satal out of turn number 4. That's going to be 5 down with 3 to run. As James is a little higher on the racetrack in 1 and 2 than what Lon Franks was. So Franks now Going to try and duck to his inside. There's a little contact there, Franks. Getting a little out of shape right now, but we see the battle for the first and second spot. Schrader trying to hold off Shane James. And once again, Shane James, one of these drivers, you put him in a fender body car, and he's always going to be at the front of the field.
Yeah, he just seems to be entering a little bit higher and kind of trying to dime in the corner and exiting a little bit lower, and that's where you saw Lon Franks came into play. His nose kind of just went below Shane James, and they made a little bit of contact. This final time out of 4, though, checkered flag waving. Shane's going to drop it down, going to bounce off a tire. Not going to be enough of those. Cougar's going to come home first. James in second, Franks in third.
Now, Possum will grab 4th, Cheney 5th. 6 is going to go to Benton, then Michael Clark, Christopher Smith, and Brenton Hoff rounding out the field here in heat race number 2. Heat number 3 up next as we wait for the grid. And well, so far we've seen the bottom, or the middle to bottom side of the racetrack be fast, and well, once it slickens up, we'll hopefully see these drivers move up the racetrack, and you never know, when they get to the cushion, hopefully the cushion sort of fades away and then we get the bottom side to come back in.
Yeah, I feel like Limaland, since the initial release of it, it's improved more than any other track with the updates to the cushion. And it's really racy in modifieds, and we've seen it in late models also now. It's pretty darn racy in pro or supers. It's just coming along to be a really nice track.
All right, heat number 3 lines up this way. Starting on the pole, car number 57, it's Blake Nelms. To the outside of him in car number 17, it's Zachary Meitzner. Inside run number 2, the 15 of DJ Kalinowski lines up at a position 3. At a position 4, it's the 50 of Tyler Gray. At a position 5 in the 777, it's Rhett Stars, and to his outside in position number 6. In car number 5, it's Chris Tucker. Our final row on the inside, out of position 7, the 201 of Chris Dunn lines up alongside the 51. Out of position 8, it's Bailey Jones. 10 more laps. Sorry, in fact, 8 laps on the board. I apologise. Green flag, heat race number 3. And Blake Knowles will lead us down into 1 and 2. Look at Kalinowski looking to the inside of Meitzner down into 1 and 2. Side by side battle for second. Oh, there's contact there between Meitzner and Kalinowski. And there's a little bit of a pile up on the back straightaway.
Oh, Meitzner was able to just sneak away from him a little bit. But yeah, it just looks like their tires, the way they stick out, they just kind of, their tires banged and they got, a couple guys got hooked. And yeah, it was a pile up on the backstretch for a little bit there. Rhett Starnes, a benefactor of that, moved him up in the third and final transfer spot. But Blake Nelms looks like he's got this one unlocked.
Yeah, Nelms is out by about 5 car lengths down the back straight away, and then he similar sort of distance back to the 777 of Rhett Starnes. Now in position number 3. 4th is going to be Zachary Meitzner, so he's going to be 1 spot out of a direct transfer into tonight's main event. And with the lap starting to wind down with just 4 laps to go this time by, I think he's got a little bit of work to do to get by the 777 of Rhett Starnes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there still about 3 to go? Zachary's starting to work that bottom side a little bit, but carrying the momentum out of the corners. Is it the black spots on the track seem to get a little bit wider and wider? Is Zachary really digging there out of turn 2? Not going to find the speed down there, but I don't know. It still seems like there is a lot. There's going to be a lot. You know, the track might get wider and wider there towards the top, but there does seem to be a good lane, almost a lane and a half in certain parts of the corner on the bottom that guy should be able to pick up for grip later.
Alright, a little bit of a mistake there from Blake Nelms down the back straightaway. Now we come to the white flag, and Kalinowski has got a chance to make this one stick if he can get a run down the back straightaway. It's only a short run, but he's going to go high into 3 and 4. Nelms is down low. Nelms is going to have the run, and Nelms will get the win. Second home is DJ Kalinowski. Third is going to be Rhett Starnes. 4th went to Zachary Meitzner. And Bailey Jones coming home in 5th. Home in 6th is going to be Chris Dunn. Chris Tucker in 7th. And Tyler Gray will come across the start-finish line back there in position 8 as just caught the end of that one.
Yeah, a little bit of displeasure shown by Zachary, just racing.
Well, short track racing at its finest, heat number 4. And David, I think you've got the grid for this one.
Yes, sir, I do. As I hope you're playing that bumping music as you always do here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Is this one it's going to be your points leader, Howard Weaver. Outside of him, Ian Blanchard coming out for his first week. Kind of took a hiatus for a little bit, running a real race car out there up in Canada, so nice to see him back. But second row inside going to be Justin Pruitt. Outside of him, Nicholas Glaze. Then James Sellner, who's been fast all season in here. And then Jesse Eckerton. He's another guy, Enterkin, who used to be a late model driver, used to race a lot. I believe his first time out here. Behind him, going to be Kevin McNatt, Cody Chisholm. And it's going to be it. Only 8 cars in this one.
Alright, another 8 laps on the board here. Heat race number 4. What do we got? 5 heat races or 6 heat races tonight?
I believe 5. Yep, 5 heat races tonight.
Right, so the penultimate heat race of the night, Howard Weaver and Ian Blanchard there on the front row. I tell you, you can lead this one.
Yep, I've just received news too that Jeremy Capron and Howard Weaver will start in the back if they transfer. So
green.
Howard Weaver looking to get out in front of this one, get to a lead. Oh, Ian Blanchard. Not sure what happened to him. He just dropped connection, but it's probably a good thing because he was heading straight for that outside wall. That really opened things up for Justin Pruitt now, getting that second spot. Behind him, they're about 2 by 2, battling for that third and final transfer spot. That's Kevin McNatt on the inside, and outside of him, Nicholas Glaze.
Yeah, Glaze on the outside now. Run on the middle of the racetrack through turns. 1 and 2 gets the run by the 88 of Kevin McNatt for that third and final transfer spot. Pruitt in the 07 tries to track down the 7 of Howard Weaver in turns 3 and 4. He's not going to do it. Weaver so far, well, he's not the quickest car on the racetrack. Pruitt is. He was about a quarter of a tenth quicker on the previous lap, and I guess that's not too much when it comes to, you know, the street stocks around here. It's all about trying to keep the momentum up right now. As McNatt and the 25 of Jesse Enterkin now had a little contact in 3 and 4, but it's still Howard Weaver and Pruitt now right on the back bumper of that 7 machines. They go through turns 3 and 4, and look at Weaver. He's trying to find the cushion now.
Yeah, he's really going up there before the groove even kind of does. Just, I don't know whether he's searching around for tonight or screwing him out, but that's going to allow Justin Pruitt. He's getting to his door, and he's going to bang on him 2 times as they go into 3 and 4. He's on his inside. He's going to be able to carry enough momentum out of the corner, but he's not going to, well, I don't know if he tried to fall back in line or turn Weaver there, but still side-by-side racing for the lead.
Yeah, great battle going on between the 7s here down into 3 and 4. This time Weaver through the middle of 3 and 4. Coming to 2 laps to go. 6 laps complete here in heat race number 4. It's still Weaver through Pruitt, and then the 46 of Nicholas Glave. Your top 3. Nicholas Glave got that third and final transfer spot. Weaver a little mistake in the middle of 3 and 4 there, but not enough to lose any ground to that 07 machinist Pruitt. He's got one last chance to get by the 7 of Howard Weaver.
Yep, and he's going to have the momentum going into 3 and 4, but not going to do anything with him. Going to play it safe as Howard's going to drift way up the racetrack, though. That's going to allow Pruitt to get this inside, and Howard, oh, he's just able to keep it off the wall, but Justin Pruitt beat him to the line.
1/1000th of a second. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, I thought if Howard was, he got tight right at the end, and I thought he was going to hit the wall, and I was like, oh, that's going to cost him. Yep, it was .001 finish there for the lead. Justin Pruitt's going to edge out Howard Weaver.
All right, heat race number 5, the 5th and final heat race of the night. Starting on the pole in car number 16, it's Kendall Tucker. At a position number 2, car number 91 of Tyson Pankow. At a position number 3, the 27 of Aaron Poley. At a position 4, the 097 of Rocky Battenfield. At a position 5, the 12 of Eric Eichstadt. At a position 6, the 911 of Michael Hartleman. At a position number 7, the 515 of Chris Cox. And at a position number 8, it's the 11 of Wanda Bailey.
Hey, we got Wanda back out here again. I don't quite remember what track, but she, I believe it's she, as had made some, I believe that was Volusia, I want to say. He's making good moves in that race, so interesting to see what I believe our one female competitor in the field will do.
Wandering around the racetrack right now. Yeah, I went there. Kendall Tucker
asking for direction.
Final heat of the night, 8 laps on the board. Green flag is out. Kendall Tucker will lead us down the front straightaway. And the battle on for second and third straightaway. The 27 of Paul back on the inside of the 91 Pankow, getting shuffled back to position number 3 right now. And looking almost, if he gets stuck on the top side of the racetrack, might get shuffled just a little bit further, because here comes Battenfield.
Yeah, Paul was trying to pinch him up against that outside wall, and it worked. That allowed Rocky to get right to his bottom. Oh, Tyson's going to bump the wall a little bit more. That's going to allow Rocky to get up to third, and Eric Eichstadt's going to say, hey, you're going to leave the door open? I'm coming along, too. He's going to clear him on a 4.
Yeah, Eichstadt in the 12. Once again, he's another one of these drivers that I've seen in weekly competition and add another leg in the Dirt Warrior Racing League. He's always fast in the 12 machine. He might not qualify that well, but when it comes to race time, he gets that 12 up and going. He gets up on the wheel. Look at Battenfield. He was all over the front stretch wall there. He was trying to knock it down. Now he moves down to the inside. Oh, there's contact between the teammates there as we go into 3 and 4, and then 3 wide.
Eric's going to stick his nose on the inside there. Oh, he's going to almost hook Rocky. Rocky's going to try to send it in there. No, going to keep her under control. That's going to allow Paul to keep momentum on it, too, as Eric's still hounding him, trying to get in that transfer spot.
Yeah, Paul holding on to second right now. Battenfield in third. Eichstadt in fourth. Now ducking down low out of turn number 4, getting to position number 3. So the third and final transfer spot right now is up for grabs. It's a four-car battle between second, third, fourth, and fifth. And here is the 91 of Tyson Pank as well, trying to throw his front bumper into the mix. But look at Battenfield trying to get back to the inside of Eichstadt into 1 and 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't count out Tyson yet. The way these guys are beating and banging up front. But all out in front is Kendall Tucker, but behind him, Aaron Paul trying to defend that final redraw spot. And you got Eric Eichstadt trying to defend that final transfer spot from Rocky Battenfield, who's up into his door. He's going to try to feed him a little bit of his own through 1 and 2, and they're going to be side by side, and he's going to be able to clear him down the back straightaway.
Yeah, slides up is Battenfield. Now look at Eichstadt turning back underneath. Now the battle is on. They literally race. Oh, Battenfield into the wall. That's going to cost him a transfer spot. Tucker gets the win. Paul in second. Eichstadt third. Battenfield, Pankow, Heileman, Cox, and Wanda Bailey still wandering around this racetrack, finishing in 8th position. As I believe we've got our C main up next.
Yep, you're going to skip the D main, so it's going to be a 14-car grid. Or at least that's supposed to grid here for the C main tonight. Going to be 4 transferring to the end of the B.
All right, starting on the pole in car number 53, it's James Selner. To the outside, out of position 2, the 911 of Michael Heileman. Out of position 3, the 22 of Drew Phillips. Out of position 4, the 24 of Michael Clark. Out of position 5, it's the 5 of Chris Tucker. Out of position 6, it's the 33 of Cody Chisholm. Chris Cox and Scott Dobbs occupy row number 4. On the inside of row 5, it's Christopher Smith. On the outside, it's the 50 of Tyler Gray. Ian Blanchard in the 2 will line up out of position 11. Wanda Bailey scheduled to line up out of position 12. KD King out of position 13 in the 41. And the 35 of Brendan Hoff lines up position 14. And we take our top 4, am I correct?
Yep, and I just got word that KT King is calling his shot from this 13th position. He says he's going to make it into the transfer spot come hell or high water.
Well, it's a long road. It's gonna have to have a little bit of luck. He almost got the transfer, I think, last week at Charlotte. I was actually in there chatting with him while he was going it. That outside car, yeah, that could be some issues there for the guys starting on that outside row, the outside front row car. I'm not sure who that was. It might have been Michael Heileman there. Got an absolute shocker of a start.
Yeah, a couple guys are here calling on the server for black flag. Clears 33 car to 42 of Christopher Smith in the rear back is going around. Ian Blanchard came back into the server. He's all over the racetrack too. KT King trying to send it back on him. Back up front, Michael Heileman, he's trying to still hold on to that, what is it, about a 6th place position now.
Yeah, you got shuffled back big time there, but you look at Michael Clark in car number 24 on the outside in turns 1 and 2. He's got that 4th and final transfer spot. Guys battling for 5th and 6th behind him, so it's exactly what he wants to see right now. Guys battling it out, because the more they battle, the more time that they lose to that 24 machine. And well, short dirt track racing. These 11 laps are going to go by quickly. We've got a sprint on the inside of turns 1 and 2. It's a 15 of the 5:15 of Chris Cox.
Yeah, he just looped it around. There's one thing Michael Clark is not going to want to see, and that's Tyler Gray, who's been fast all season, who's in that 5th spot now. He has it, and he's coming for 4th as he's looking on the inside.
Yeah, the battle going to be on for the fourth and final transfer spot. The 24 of Michael Clark hanging on right now. Tyler Gray peeking to the inside off for turn number 4. He's got a front bumper on the left rear quarter panel right now as we go into 1 and 2. And slide jump, perfection there from the 50 of Tyler Gray. He picks up position number 4, and that puts the 24 of Michael Clark back out of a transfer spot.
Oop, a little more bumping too out of turn 4 as he's not going to be done fighting for his position. Is the number 5 car of Chris Tucker getting a little sideways there in the corners, but he's going to be trying to run away from this because I'm sure Tyler Gray is looking for more, trying to run away from Michael Clark.
Yeah, still your race leader, Drew Phillips, in second. Third is going to be the 5 of Tucker right now. Then you go back to Gray and Clark. Michael Heidelman in 6. Blanchard, Dobbs, Cox, Chisholm, Smith, and well, Katie King is a lap down at the moment, but well, it's pretty much going to end his night here at Limelay Motorsports Park as we're coming to 3 laps to go here in C-Main competition.
Yeah, KT King storming up through the field. He is +1 position with 2 laps to go, so I'm not sure how it's going to work out for him. But still working on inside. Tyler Gray now, he's trying to get to it. There's 1 lap. Michael Clark's going to have a shot. They might be 3 wide. I can turn 2 here.
Side by side, Gray out the inside of Tucker into turn number 3 and 4. Slide job. I think there was a race for the lead as well. But we keep an eye on the 4th and final transfer spot, and the checkered flag is out. The win will go to Drew Phillips in the 22, I believe.
My timing and scoring is showing no.
Oh, okay.
0.028 finish, so Sellner just edged Phillips for that win.
So another close finish. Sellner, Phillips, Gray, and Tucker, the top 4 that'll move on to tonight's B-Main. And well, it's not getting any easier right now. I think we've got, what, 12 laps of distance for the B-Main?
Could be 11. That's a weird. Surprised it's not 12. I got 11 laps. Top 8. Does that sound right? Top 8 to the feature. So 8 of these 17 guys are gonna be able to transfer through.
All right, let's take a look at our starting grid here. In car number 32, starting on the pole, it's Seth Cheney. Hunter Poston in the 58 starts position 2. Out of position 3, the 17 of Zachary Meissner. Out of position 4, the 88 of Kevin McNatt. Out of position 5, the 097 of Rocky Battenfield. Out of position 6, the 69 of David Clymer. Out of position 7, the 99 of Trevor Cheney. Out of position 8, the 51 of Bailey Jones. Out of position 9, the 25 of Jesse Enterkin. Out of position 10, the 91 of Tyson Pankow. Out of position 11, the 90 of Trevor Roy. Out of position 12, the 00 of Ronnie Benton. Out of position 13, the 201 of Chris Dunn. Out of position 14, the 53 of James Selmer. Out of position 15, the 22, Drew Phillips. Out of position 16, the 50 of Tyler Gray. And our final starter, 17th starting position in car number 5, it's going to be Chris Tucker. No, he's not the comedian. Is that even a comedian right now? But we'll go back to that later. Green flag here, 11 laps here in tonight's B-Main for the Street Stock season finale.
Cheney's going to slide up and try to get that lead. Oh, he's going to come down in the door of Hunter Poston, but he's going to be able to hang on to it. Looks like we're at 2nd place position. Zachary Meitzer and getting that 3rd and side by side for 4th between Rocky and the 88 of Kevin McNatt.
Yeah, guys are literally all over the racetrack. They're 3 wide on the 20 of, not sure who that is there in the 20. I'll get to that when my timing and scoring decides to update. That just clouted the 51. As we're seeing guys still move all over the racetrack. Keep an eye on the 90 of Trevor Royer as well. He's making his way through the field.
Yep, I also want to watch the Tyler Gray, who really moved up to that C-Main. He's up to 13th position now. We just got to get top 8 transfers. It looks like the bottom of the track is starting to come back around here.
Now we're seeing guys move up to the top of the racetrack, guys through the middle, and also guys continuing to run the bottom. Royer now picks up position number 8. Now they still go 3 wide into turn number 3 and 4, and the battle is on for that 8th and final transfer spot. The 25 just hooked the 90 of Royer there a little bit on the front straightaway. One car went upside down, done the old halt there for excuse. Didn't want to cause any kinds of problems for the guys behind him right now. But we go back up towards the front of the field, and Battenfield, he's having a good battle there with the 69 of David Clymer for 4th and 5th.
It looks like one car, Kevin McNatt, looked like he glitched out a little bit. He's still up. Now he's back on the track. I can nowhere. Is there 3 wide? Oh, and slamming on the brakes was David Clymer, and the Kevin McNatt had nowhere to go, and they both drive to the infield.
Well, that's going to allow Tyler Gray in the 50. He's going to move up to position number 9 now, so he's 1 spot out of a transfer. He looks to get by the 69, the Skittles entry of David Clymer. into 3 and 4. Tyler Gray moving his way forward now. He's still a couple of spots away as the 91 of Tyson Panker hold on to that 8th and final transfer spot.
That was just weird. I think the 69 just wasn't sure where the 88 would be at all, so he took kind of an awkward entrance into the corner and then had to slam on the brakes, and then the 88 reappeared and had nowhere to go, so took out a couple guys. Back up front, though, you got Meitzner, Royer, and Changi all battling for about the 4th position.
All right, so you're watching Gray still on screen, battling it out with the 69 of Pankow. Sorry, 69 of Climber. Pankow in the 91 right now. Speaking of car stopped on the exit of turn number 2. As we still see Gray trying to work to the outside, but we go back towards Trevor Royer, Zachary Meitzner as well in the 17, and the 99 of Trevor Cheney. 3-car battle right now. Here comes a slide job from Royer, but Meitzner turns it back underneath him. 1 to go.
Oh, Climber and Gray just got demolished by each other, so I think the top 8 are locked if they can just finish this race and behave themselves. The 69 car is still out on track, though. He might be causing some trouble as Rocky Battenfield. Oh, the race is over. I'm on the wrong lap here.
All right, Seth Cheney gets the win. Hunter Boston, Royer, Phillips, Battenfield, Gray. Doesn't sound right, but hang out. Couple of minutes warm-up session here, and drivers will get their chance to get out onto the racetrack one more time. And I think you said Capron and Weaver to the back if they both transferred?
Yes, and I believe so. I'm looking around if I ever got redraw results, because I was told Howard was going to do them. And I said he was going to rig them, but he said he's going to the back with Jeremy. So we'll see who can move through the field better between them. These guys are putting on hot laps, so we're going to try to find out who starts in the top 8 then.
Let's tell you what, while we've got a couple of minutes here, why don't we bring up a couple of these drivers. Tell you what, we'll bring up Rocky and we'll let you have a chatting with him, David.
Hey Rocky, David up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Alright, man, you're throwing uppercuts in that B main there. You're throwing them in the heat race also, I believe, in that race with Eric Eichstadt. How's the track treating you out there? It seems pretty racy, at least.
Yeah, there's still some something left on the bottom. You just got to be real easy on the throttle down there and hit it right. And yeah, I think you're going to have a good track. You're going to end up at the wall here probably in about 20-30 laps.
Well, 75 long ones. You're going to be starting from the 18th position, so you're going to be starting on the outside. Is that where you'd prefer to start? Would you rather think you'd, start on that inside because you think there might be some trouble brewing at the start of the swing on the outside row there?
Oh, I think there's going to be some trouble brewing regardless of where I start. And I'm just going to try and bide my time for about half the race and see what happens at the end.
All right, race smart, race safe out there.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Rocky Battenfield there. We'll try and get another driver that's going to be in tonight's show. In fact, we'll bring up the 90 of Trevor Royer. Trevor's now in the booth. Yeah, Trevor, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Brett.
Hey, bud, you had to race your way into that one through the B main, but you've probably been one of the drivers out there tonight that have been able to pass a lot of cars. I mean, what did you take from that B main?
It was really fun, actually. I wasn't sure starting, I think it was 11th, how it was going to go, but I found something in the middle and bottom there that was working for me. I barely touched the top at all that whole race.
You think Limeland, the top side's going to come in here at any stage during this race?
Yeah, it will. It's I'm sure people are. We're going to be fighting over the top lane, I'm pretty sure.
All right, well, look, main event about to roll off, so we'll let you get back to it. Good luck, and hopefully we get to chat to you later on tonight.
All right, thanks, Brett.
All right, let's get set for tonight's main event, and this is the way that iRacing is going to schedule them to start this one. Jeremy Capron in the 23 will start on pole to his outside, the 6 of Scooter Schrader. Blake Nelms and Justin Pruitt will be in row 2. Row 3 will be Kendall Tucker and Randall Carter. Row 4, Shane James and DJ Kilinowski. Row 5, Howard Weaver and Aaron Paul. Row 6, EJ Jones and Lon Franks. Row 7, Rhett Stars, Nicholas Glaze. Row 8, Eric Eichstadt and Seth Cheney. Row 9, Hunter Poston and Rocky Battenfield. Row 10, Zachary Meissner, Trevor Royer. Row 11, Trevor Cheney, Drew Phillips, and Tyson Pankow in row 12. David, who have you got for this one?
Well, as the guys organizing the rear draw position, it is going to be Kendall Tucker is going to get you on the pole, and outside him is going to be DJ Kilinowski. And I believe it was Pruitt and Schrager second row. Not quite sure, but I'm going to, at least for the race, wing a little bit. I'm kind of going to take someone who hasn't been in, I don't think he's been in every race this season, but I'm going to take DJ Kilinowski. He's one guy, when he gets up there on that cushion, he's going to do pretty well. So I'm going to pick him coming from that, well, not coming from too far back. He's going to be starting on the front row outside, but yeah, I'm going to go with kind of an underdog there in DJ Kilinowski.
All right, so I'll go with the likes of, I want to say Carter, but I think Pruitt's going to be there somewhere near the end of this race as well. Getting set 75 laps the distance here. I believe they're just going to get these drivers lined up correctly first.
Yeah, they're still trying to get themselves organized, but said you're going to see Howard Weaver and Jeremy Capron we're going to have to keep track of coming from that last row. And it's going to be about 10 points separating the two, so that's going to be just about, give or take, 9 or 10 positions on the racetrack.
Alright, green flag is out. We're underway here for the Street Stock season finale here at the Labor Day Motorsports Park. And already we see the top 4 or 5 drivers going to the top side of the racetrack. EJ Jones had a shocker of a start as he cut down to the bottom of the racetrack, cut the pit exit there off for turn number 2. But 3 wide right now. Oh, Paul into the wall and nearly upside down, goes up on 2 wheels.
Oh, he's going to pull a little Logan Seavey and get back on the track. Not sure how much damage is done to the cars. Oh, he's still collecting more cars. Eric Eichstadt's going to do it. Now his car, he just looks like he's broke. Can everybody avoid him? The 46 car is going to get turned around. The caution is going to come out because of it.
All right, Nicholas Clay with the 46. Let's take a look at the instant replay here. Not sure whether he just got tagged from the inside or whether Paul came down on the racetrack.
Yeah, they're 3 wide, and I think just Randall Carter kind of got squeezed in between, I believe, Scooter and Paul.
Now, it was a 46 there of Nicholas Glaze there. He sort of got hit from the left rear by Battenfield, and it shut him up into the 27 of Paul, and the 46 just, he was just short track racing. It is what it is,
Yep, wider cars on a little track. So it's not going to be the last time we see that tonight. As far as movers and shakers go, Jeremy Capron, he's up to 19th. Howard Weaver's still sitting 22nd. Up front, not much. You saw EJ Jones, though, on that first lap. He was down all the way in about Mexico there on that inside. So, but he still managed to gain 3 spots somehow out of all that. So maybe it's working for him.
Hey, take what you can get. Double file restart here on the 16 of Kendall Tucker leads us back to the green flag. Kilinowski on the outside. Pruitt back there in position 2. I'll let you take this one. I got a phone call to answer.
Oh, it's DJ Kilinowski's gonna go up on his lead. 3, 4, 5. Half the field is gonna get caught on their outside. His cars are still looping each other around. His big Australian old-timey phones be damned. I think the points guys got through it. Maybe not. Looks like Jeremy Capron was going into the pits for a quick repair. Yes, he is. He's using one of his, so he's not too fortunate. Howard Weaver seems like he's okay with the car, but yeah, that one started, I believe, up front in the first row, and Kilinowski just got up on his lid from that wall. Just looks like Pruitt squeezed him up a little bit, and then so did Nelms.
Okay,
Shout out to Tyson Pankow for coming to a complete stop to avoid that wreck and not trying to drive through it. good on him. But there'll be a lot of more cars, I believe, making stops. The pit road is. Oh, I don't think. Okay. Yes, Jeremy Capering was able to stay on the lead lap with his pit repair, but Zachary Meitzer's gonna have to go to the back because these guys are already set to go green flag racing again.
Yep, Kendall Tucker will lead us back to the green flag. Pruitt on the outside right now in the 07. Keep an eye on him as he works to the outside as he challenges for the race lead. There's contact, and here comes the 57 of Blake Nelms on the inside. Oh, Tucker, he's been chewed up and spat out. He's been hit from every direction. And Shane James to the lead, and oh my! There's carnage, carnage, carnage!
Those top 5 were just beating on each other. Scooter Schrader looks like he's going to be the one to get the raw end of the deal from that. But yeah, Elms just shot down the track, came out of nowhere, and then almost got turned right going up into turn 3 and was able to hang on to it. His restart's going to go single file now, but there's a lot of antsy guys in a 75 lap race early in this one.
Uh-oh, big news, Howard Weaver. Driving back to the pits. Does he get the old quick repair out, or what's he doing? He's gonna end up going a lap down if he's not too careful. So, I mean, championship.
Can't angle his car right.
It's something that he might be not used to, but whether he goes a lap down here, I'm not too sure. We'll have to find out. No, he's gonna go speed back up and tag the back of this field as. Well, he's not going to have to speed up too much because these cars, single files, are getting set to go back to green flag racing here. Shane James will lead us off at turn number 4. And we're going. I think that might have been Boston.
Yeah, it was one of those Lamaland situations where the green flag came out on the backstretch, I believe, and a lot of guys are confused and not knowing what to do. Howard Weaver certainly wasn't caught up to the back of the field at all. As Hunter Poston going to have to hang on there and drive over every tire as he got turned. He was heading straight for the inside. Good job on him. Hold on to it.
Yeah, he's already 4 tires. Just clipped another 3 in turns 1 and 2. So, I mean, he's trying to go 4-wheel driving right now. He's got 4 wheels on the inside tire tracks. We look at Shane James off of turn number 4. Your race leader, Blake Nelms, battling it out with Kendall Tucker side by side in 1 and 2. And Tucker back around the outside, but Nelms on the inside. Nearly contact down the back straightaway.
Yeah, they're certainly not leaving a lot of each other room as Tucker's trying to get back to the back end of his HRE Motorsports teammate. And Shane James is Nelms is going to get turned around by Red Star. 777 caution's going to come out. Are they going to be able to lay off each other? No, things are going to domino, and about 3 more cars are going to get looped because of that.
Lon Franks in the 010 as well as the 58 of Hunter Poston. And I guess, you know, short track racing, it's well, it can be a curse sometimes, but you know, this is a long race, 75 laps. I mean, you know, there's no reason, you know, for these guys to, you know, go hard this early on. It's sometimes patience can certainly pay off.
Well, I believe they are counting caution laps, so they're about 20 laps in, really. Probably only be about 5 if we dig in right now, but so it's almost a third of the way through, and between Howard and Jeremy, at least, nobody really able to make up too much, even with all the spins, but they just haven't been able to avoid any of them, as I guess Rhett Starnes is the biggest mover from 13th to 5th right now. Rocky Battenfield, he was up here telling us he's going to be patient. He's from 18th. He's up to the 7th spot.
Yeah, patience my backside right now, picking up, what, 11 spots already is the 097. James Tucker, Nelm, Starnes, and Schrady at top 5. Pruitt, Battenfield, Eichstadt, Cheney, and Cheney in 10th right now. As we're back to green flag racing conditions here, and the 3 of James will lead us. All top 4, top side of the racetrack. Schrader, the only driver to use the middle of the racetrack, is Battenfield. Oh, giving a bit of a bump and no run back to the 07 of Justin Pruitt.
Yeah, he didn't look too patient down the back straightaway. From what he's able to lay him off is, yeah, it looks like nobody's really venturing down to that very, very bottom anymore of the track. We're seeing it kind of work in the B main. Everybody trying to hit that cushion up high against the wall, but as you know, the more they do that, the more rough it's going to get, the more mistakes that are going to be made, and caution's coming back out.
Yeah, it looks like the 27 of Aaron Paul, along with the 58s. ATVO is really slow tonight. Oh, let's bring old Howard Weaver up in the booth. Howard, now you got a copy. Bit of a tough time getting through the field here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. These guys in the back are all over the place. So I had to pit for repairs once because someone got loose and came down in front of me, and so I had to go straight to the back again, and still back here. So it's been a tough race.
It looked like you couldn't get your car on the right angle. I mean, it took you a couple of goes to, to finally get that 7 machine correctly parked to, to get that fixed up.
Yeah, I was having trouble in the pits trying to get it to go the right way. I usually don't have to pit here, but yeah.
All right, go back to green. We'll drag you back down, and there we go. Howard Weaver sitting in position number 18. Championship on the line here for him tonight. Green flag is back out. We're back underway. James has got a big lead, at least 2 car length lead over Kendall Tuck as we go into 1 and 2. Paul, the lap car on the bottom side of the racetrack, had to start up behind the race leader, but smartly chose the inside line to let the lead cars get on by. Here comes a slide job from Schrader on Pruitt. Now Pruitt turns it back underneath. Now Battenfield watching this battle unfold as they try and hit the cushion into 1 and 2. And Battenfield tries to dominate back down the racetrack, nearly 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Pruitt sure ain't cut any Scooter any slack there as Rocky tried to cut it down under him. Just got in the slick a little too much and over-rotated the car. So they're still going to be battling it out. Now Eric Eichstadt's going to get behind these guys. It's Seth Chaney and Trevor Chaney. Those brother duos are trying to work their way up towards the front.
Yeah, back behind the Chaney boys is Randall Carter in the 37 as well. Then you follow back to Kilinowski, EJ Jones, Glaze, Poston, Phillips, Franks, Capron and Weaver. 18th and 19th, both a lap down according to timing and scoring on my end. So, I don't know, it looks like they're on the racetrack. They're just, they're running in front of each other. So, I mean, there's the championship. And at the moment, well, if Weaver stays in front of Capron, that championship is going to go to the 7 driver.
Yeah, it's back up around about the 7th position. Scooter Schrager still holding off. As Justin Pruitt actually ran away from him. Oh, but in front of that, Rhett Starnes getting the side of Blake Nelms as he's getting tossed around once again as they're 32 laps in. As the HRE Motorsport teammates Shane James and Kendall Tucker are just trying to pull away on this one.
Alright, so we're looking at Blake Nelms in the 57 in 3rd. Then you go back to the 777 of Rhett Starnes and Justin Pruitt, who started on the front row, got shuffled back nearly to the top 10 and now back up to position number 5 right now. Look at this pack behind him. There has to be about 8 or 10 cars there, and they are very close. Look at the pack on screen. Oh, the 32 around. Oh, Kilinowski gets him yellow on the racetrack.
Yeah, Seth Chaney just tried to squeeze up in front of Randall Carter and got a shot in the, from the back and went around. That got EJ Jones involved into it too, as something might be knocked out of the rear end of that 32 car.
Yeah, Lon Frank's back in the pits as well. Unfortunately, his night is done for here in the season finale here at the Limeland Motorsports Park. It's Shane James continues to lead this field. Kendall Tucker, Blake Nelms, Rhett Starnes. Cast your mind back to the Midnight Madness. This cushion, a lot different than what it was, in the Midnight Madness. I believe, it was so high up on the wall you could almost literally pull a Logan Seavey.
Yeah, as another guy thankful for that caution is going to be Jeremy Capron, because him and Howard kind of got involved in the same big incident where 2 guys spun in front of them and they lost contact with the end of the pack. Howard ended up getting front end damage, but I guess not enough where he warrants it and needs a pit stop, as they're going to be back to double file restarts.
Alright, James and Tucker get us back underway. Oh no, Nelms. Oh, look out, look out, look out. Nelms going for a ride in the 57. He's going upside down. Schrader involved as well. He gets turned around. But Blake Nelms, after having survived the opening 30-odd laps towards the front of the field, now finds himself upside down on the back of the virtual tow truck and, well, say goodbye to any chance at a podium here.
Yeah, not sure if his car just got really tight. I know that's a problem here at Limeland, especially in like the late models because it's so flat there. I don't know if he just got tight or was trying to squeeze up into the outside row right away, but man, whatever it was, didn't work out for him. Like you said, his night's probably gonna be done.
believe we're going back to single file. No, looks like they're going to line up double file again, so I'll try it one more time again. And
what the heck? Last time worked too good. Worked fine, I guess.
yeah, I mean, we only had two cars get past the start-finish line. So
My caution laps will not count this point forward. It's only going to be the first 40 laps. That's why it was.
all right, no worries. So 35 to go, and Shane James into 1 and 2. We've got a car into the wall. It's Rocky Battenfield and Kendall Tucker now for the race lead. Your new race leader down the back straight away. James just made the mistake, and the yellow flag is out again. And Capron this time involved in the 23.
Yeah, things got stacked up on the outside, and Howard Weaver had to slow up for Drew Phillips, and Jeremy got into the back of him, and then they both pretty much got turned sideways. So they are having a rough go. You know, the two leaders in points starting at the back of this field. I'm starting to think they might regret it, because they've certainly not been able to avoid a lot of the carnage that's happened.
Well, not when you get sort of 2 or 3 cars that, you know, are spun around. It can really block up the track. And, you know, if guys don't see that, you know, if they're sitting behind, you know, a couple of cars and they don't see that in front of them, I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster, because, you know, they'll run into the back of, you know, the guys that are in front of them, and they'll pile in, and, you know, you could go from a 3 to an 8-car wreck. So, I mean, it can happen very quickly. But I'll tell you what happened very quickly was Kendall Tucker getting to the race lead into 1 and 2 from Shane James.
Yeah, you said it, but the more cars that drop out of this race, I think, is the bigger advantage towards Howard Weaver, because there's not going to be 10 positions. As Kendall Tucker on this restart going to turn way down and just run over a tire. I suppose it works, because he's out to like a 2-car length lead over Shane James.
Yeah, Pruitt trying to get to the top side. I think Battenfield just got turned. No, it's the 12 of Eric Eichstadt. Cheney in the 32, Paul, and the 46 of Nicholas Glaze as well. So once again, another caution going into turns 1 and 2, and I think we're going to have to start penalising some of these drivers, because, you know, if they keep bringing out the cautions, I mean, yeah, it's going to. At the moment, it was favouring Howard Weaver the first 40-odd laps, because, you know, he didn't have to worry about how many cautions came out, you know, with the laps ticking down. But I think we're going to have to start penalising some of these drivers, you know, just to settle them down a bit. Yes, the track is a little narrow on the top side of the racetrack, but still, I mean, there's got to be a point where, you know, you've got to give room to the guys on the outside.
Yeah, that's 3 restarts in a row where there's been trouble on the top side. I don't know how some of these guys on the inside don't think, well, let me just, you know, it might not have more speed, but it's certainly safer down at the bottom, and you could easily find yourself picking up 3 or 4 spots just if waiting for things to get stacked up on the top side.
All right, single file restarts now. Tucker, James, Pruitt, Carter, Battenfield, Poston, Cheney. It's Trevor Cheney, EJ Jones, Rhett Start, and DJ Kilinowski. Back to a top 10. Here we go. Green flag back out. Kendall Tucker will lead us to the flags. Then once again, here at the Lima Lane Motorsports Park, and the top 5 again, straight to the top side. The 58 of Hunter Poston down to the bottom side. The first car to really go down there inside your top 6 anyway.
It was working. He was able to get to the door of Rocky Battenfield, but he's able to carry the momentum out. As Trevor Chang, he's going to try to stick his nose in there, but he's going to slam the door on him as Poston. As he's going to lose contact with him. A few cars back. Rhett Starnes, he's working on the inside of DJ Kilinowski, who's trying to make his way back up front.
Yeah, Starnes actually running in the middle of the racetrack. He's trying to find, I'd say trying to find some moisture, but it's fairly slick. But halfway through the center of 1 and 2, there's actually some grip there, some lighter moisture, and pretty much the same in 3 and 4. So, I mean, you can make it work on the bottom side, but the cushion right now, I think, is just too overpowering. As we've seen the 58. Oh no, Boston get around. And the 58, he got tagged by the 99. And both cars going around. Caution flag flies.
You know, don't listen to me, because Rhett Starnes was running the only car on the inside, and they kind of spun down into him. So yeah, it's just hard to avoid other people's mayhem at this track.
Yeah, one mistake can you know, certainly hurt you in the long run. So we look towards our championship battle between Capron and Weaver. Capron in 10th, Weaver in 11th. So still, I mean, Capron, Howard has to stay there. Capron's going to have to go on and win this thing if he's going to have any chance at taking home the street stock title.
Yeah, that's about it. I think if Howard finishes 11th or worse, Jeremy has to finish like second. But with the extra points for winging, if Jeremy wins, I think it's okay if Howard finishes in 10th. But like you said, he's gotta. I think this is the first time those guys are even near in top 10 in this race. So Jeremy certainly has to go forward and hope for a little some of those guys to be able to hold off Howard.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
All right, green flag back out here at Lima Land, and it's Tucker who will lead into 1 and 2 again. And once again, a lot of the drivers going to the top side. It's going to be Rhett Starnes, the only driver in the top 10, literally running the middle of the racetrack. All the other drivers are on the top. Capron gets by Starnes, and now we look at Weaver trying to get by the 777. In turns 1 and 2 we go.
And just in front of him, DJ Kalinowski gonna brush the wall a little bit. That's what you're gonna see is guys. They can't. Once they get in bunches of about 3 or 4 and they get really close, Scott Pruitt's gonna hammer the wall like a turn 4. Randall Carter gonna have to check up for that. But then once a guy really bobbles and makes a mistake on that cushion, you know, everybody's just ends up too close and nobody's able to really check up in time. And that's where you get guys getting spun around. Is Randall Carter and EJ Jones hit the wall through 3 and 4 that time. So it's getting more treacherous up there.
Yeah, very tricky to run the high side of the racetrack here at the Lima Land Motorsports Park. Tucker, still your race leader from Shane James. They've pulled about a 4 or 5 car length gap over the 07 of Justin Pruitt back there in position number 3. Carter in 4th. Battenfield rounds out the top 5. They go back to EJ Jones, DJ Kalinowski, Drew Phillips, Jeremy Capron, and Howard Weaver as well. That's your top 10, and yellow flag flies one more time here at Lima Land. 32, says Janie.
Just think back to Eldora when it was, pretty much cushioned from the start of the night there and how rough it got. And Shane James was able to keep his car in check and, not make many mistakes, and able to hang on over Seth Cheney, the reason for his caution for that win. But he did it with a big slide job to Rocky Battenfield and made it work. So I'm just wondering if he can get one of those going again on his teammate Kendall Tucker. Certainly did not work out there for Seth Cheney as he got turned around from Aaron Paul, it looked like. So they're going to be on lap 55 when they restart, so it's going to be about 20 laps to go.
So to pull a slide job here, you're going to have some big grapefruits, and to make it stick, it's going to have to be a slide job of all slide jobs if he's going to have to clear his teammate. So at the moment, if Tucker continues to ride the top side of the racetrack, just keep him nice and straight and hit his marks, he's going to be very tough to beat. Green flag is back out. 20 laps remain here in the street stock finale.
See everybody go right back up to that top side. Rocky Battenfield, first one to make a mistake on the cushion, it looks like. The 3 of Shane James is going down there for it, but Kendall Tucker kind of blocked. That cost them both momentum and allowed Pruitt. He's going to be able to get to the outside of Shane James. Yeah,
Pruitt and James made contact. Oh, Pruitt caught the backstretch, or caught that opening on the backstretch out of turn number 2. And now we go 3 wide. Almost trying to make it 4 wide here at Lima Land. Ah, Pruitt! Getting turned. Yellow is out, and Pruitt, man, oh man. And now he just gets bumped by the 58 on the front straight away.
Yeah, how quickly things can change. As he was going up for that second position, but hit the wall like a turn 2 and got turned around. As Howard Weaver was able to avoid that one going low, and Jeremy Capron really had to slam on the brakes. They both were able to get through that crash. Was Kendall Tucker's out front, but Shane James got a shot, and he wanted to go for it there for the lead, as though they're going to be both out front again. Randall Carter is going to be your closest competitor now.
Oh, this is I tell you what, hats off to Shane James. He tried it. It didn't work, but he tried it. He's leaving everything out on the racetrack. He's not going to die wondering.
No, I'm not afraid to race his teammates hard. If it's anything like we do, the way we race each other here at Team VLR, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them end up in the wall by the end of this one.
I'm calling both in. Calling both into the wall.
Both in the wall, and Randall Carter will be upside down.
Green flag back out. Here we go. Kendall Tucker almost called him Randall then. Randall Carter back in third. Shane James at the moment in position number 2. Rocky Battenfield, I'll tell you what, he's been solid here all night back in position number 4. And EJ Jones rounding up the top 5 as we watch the drivers. Meanwhile, Howard Weaver up to position 7. Jeremy Capron back to position 10. So the 7 machine of Howard Weaver. Championship on the line. And now he's going to look for a slide job on Drew Phillips into 3 and 4. And they make contact and... Uh-oh. Weaver's
That
got...
might have knocked out the rear end of Howard Weaver. His
Yeah.
Gravedigger may have just put the end of this championship as Howard doesn't look like his car wants to turn. He's crab walking like crazy down the straightaways.
Yeah, that's... wow. That one missed it. One move. And it may have just cost him a championship. Wow. How is he still turning that car?
He's got to have that wheel rotated at least about 150 degrees to keep that thing even going straight. Just before that, I was going to say something happened to Shane James as he is down on pit road.
Let's take a look at a replay and see what happened to the 3 car. Going back to turns 1 and 2.
Got into the side of Kendall Tucker, but he didn't live. Wasn't the damage that we saw happen to Howard at all? Is Howard's car is still limping around the racetrack. Shane's gonna leave the servers, so might have something busy to do later. But somehow Randall Carter ended up in the league also. Yeah, there's missed a whole lot of mayhem up out front. Kendall Tucker hit the wall. Shane James kind of checked up and to get off him, and then Randall Carter put a slider on him, and I think caution came out at the right time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with... How is he... that blows my mind. How, you know, the one move, yeah, might cost him, but we'll come back to that later on. Somehow he's still able to circulate on the racetrack. Green flag is back out, and this time it's going to be Randall Carter in the 37, your race leader. Kendall Tucker back there in second, and Rocky Battenfield rounding out the top 3.
Hey, shout out to Drew Phillips, so running in the top 5. He came from the C main to put himself in this one, and he's making it worth it. There's going to be 6 laps to go at the line. Jeremy Capering is going to have to start gaining positions and doing it quickly now, as he's been running in the 8th spot right behind Red Starnes.
Yeah, I think if I'm Howard Weaver right now, I'm just, you know, wanting to finish as close up and as far up as I can just to hang on to that championship lead. 5 to go. And the battle is on for the lead for the slide job between Tucker and Carter. Crossed him over on the exit of turn number 2 as they now race back to the cushion. I think we got 4 to go this time by.
Yes, Howard Weaver's fallen back to the 13th position. Not sure if he can gain any more spots. As Kendall Tucker's going to get up into the wall. That's going to allow Rocky Battenfield to get to his bumper as they're coming out of turn 4. Going to be 3 laps to go.
3 to go for your race leader, Randall Carter. Kendall Tucker in second, Rocky Battenfield third. 4th is EJ Jones, Drew Phillips from the C main up to position number 5. Certainly has passed a mountain of cars here tonight. He's passed more cars than what we've had last. Oh no, Battenfield around. I think he may have had a bit of help there from the 84 of EJ Jones. And the caution flag flies with a couple to go.
Gonna be a green-white checkered to finish the season out in street stocks. We've had a couple really good finishes in the late race restarts. I don't expect this to be any different. As yeah, Rocky just trying to catch up to it. Just got a little too sideways, and EJ Jones just touched him a little too much. And man, yeah, like I said, Rocky's up here. He said he's gonna be patient, and it was go time, and yeah, just nothing really he could really do there.
Oh man, I think we're coming to 1 to green right now. The lights on the pace truck. We wait for him to turn off, and then we'll have a green-white checker here at Lima Motorsports Park for the Team VLR.com Street Stock season finale here at Lima Land. Confirmed, green-white checker, yeah?
Yep, confirmed.
All right. Who will pick up the win? Randall Carter. He is just 2 short laps away from finding victory lane. Green flag is out, but well, you know, Kendall Tucker, he's not going to die wondering. We go into 1 and 2. Tucker right up on the back bumper of Carter there down the back straight away. Does he have the big slide job into 3 and 4? No, he stays tucked in behind, and we come to 1 lap to go.
You know Knoxville has to be in the back of Randall Carter's mind. He made the move on the last lap to try to block Howard Weaver low, and it didn't pay out. How's it going to come out? Is Kendall Tucker's going to dive to his inside. He's going to try to slide up the racetrack. He's not going to be able to clear him. Randall Tucker's going to come out of turn 4, hit Kendall sideways, and he's going to win here at Lima Land.
Yeah, Tucker's going to lose a bunch of spots. I'll tell you what, that's going to put EJ Jones up to second, and I believe Drew Phillips got third.
That's got to be one happy camper right now. Like I said, he came from, I'm going to get our C-Main results right now. He lost the C-Main by .028. That's how close he came to winging it. But he drove himself up in the B-Main from, let's look at the results here. He came from 15th to 7th in that, and in this race he came from 22nd to 3rd. So yeah, definitely the hard charge award of the night, and past the most cars for sure is Drew Phillips in that 22 car.
All right, so let's go down to victory lane. We'll get a word with our top 3 here, hopefully. All right, well, let's get a word with our 3rd place finisher here tonight. Coming home in the 22 machine. We'll grab a Drew Phillips. Drew Phillips, right really in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, bud. An outstanding drive from the C-Main tonight up to position 3. I mean, talk about your night here tonight and how you're able to pass that many cars.
I don't know, man. The car felt great. I mean, I got involved in all them incidents of the race. I kind of felt, not confident about how the car was going to go, I got banged up, got 14X and all this stuff, and managed to move up in cautions in between, I don't know. The car felt great. It just worked with me.
Talk about how treacherous that top side got, about the midway point of that race. I mean, it just looked like if you made one mistake on the top side, it could have cost you a ton of ground, and not only that, but it could have cost you a whole bunch of spots. But you're able to work through it.
Yeah, it was a struggle to get on that top shelf without coming off. I seen a few people in front of me stacking up, and they'd go to use the high side. And next thing you know, they'd be hitting the wall, or it's just a lot of that. I feel like is the reason why I finished where I did. But good job done by everyone, VLR and all you guys. That was a fun night. First time being on in a while.
All right, well, look, well done on Hard Charger here tonight, but also well done on a 3rd. Before we let you get out of here, I'm sure you got some people you need to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank VLR and Capron because he sponsors my real life car. I'd like to thank all the friends that I got in VLR, and you know who you are. I'd like to thank you, Brett, being an awesome commentator, and that's about it. And hi, Mom.
Did I hear that right? You said Jeremy Capron sponsors your real life car, because there was a little incident on the racetrack between you and Howard Weaver that ended up completely breaking Howard's car.
Conspiracy theory. I like it. I'm not
trying to say
drama here at VLR.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I lifted and I ended up getting a few people.
Great run tonight, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, conspiracy theory at its finest there. All right, we'll let you get a chat in with our 2nd place driver, Eric Jones.
All right, EJ, you got a copy?
Absolutely.
Well, your night had a little bit of up and downs. As you're trying to work that bottom early, and then after that, it just seemed like everybody was stacking up on the high side, and once one person would make a mistake, everything would back up behind him, and then it was just trying to dodge everybody from then. Is that about how you would classify this night?
Man, I just feel like I just got out of a 5-round MMA fight out there. I mean, that was wild. Just everything kept stacking up on the top, and on the restarts, I kind of wanted to go on the bottom. So if it was stacking up, I could maybe pick a couple cars off. And it just, I mean, that race was, that was something else.
Yeah, all season you've been fast, putting your nose up there for the win, and Just yeah, probably could use a couple more laps tonight if that caution would came out for Kendall there at the end. But it's been nice seeing all the DWR guys coming out there here from Wednesday nights and putting on a show with a lot of these VLR regulars up here. I just wanna anything you wanna say about them in that league to get any other guys interested in some of that great racing.
Get a hold of Jason Salter or Jim Revis. Those are the talk two. Eric Eichstead has a hand in it as well. So I know Jason is I wouldn't say strict, but he kind of really picks and chooses, and I think that's why we have such great racing over in that league on Wednesday nights. Plus, it's open setup, which I really love.
Yeah, well, you ran good here in the fixed all season. Certainly made a name for yourself, and all you guys in that league. It's nice to see. Anyone else out there you want to thank?
I got to thank my buddy Charles Cosper at Cedar Cove Speed. I missed last week's race for his baby gender reveal, which, I mean, that's all good. Also got to thank my other friend Peter Delavan. Like I said, Motorsports for the new Michelob Ultra paint scheme that we can now see the bottle on and see it's actually beer. Also, my mom gets upset because I never thank her, so I want to thank her for giving me this wonderful life that I live now. And my dad doesn't really care, but I'll thank him anyways.
All right, and we have to ask about that baby of Charles and that gender review. How did it turn out?
I also forgot to thank the guys at DWR, Jason, Jim, and Eric with the league. But the gender reveal, we were all surprised. We all thought it was going to be a boy, and it turns out it's going to be a girl. So Charles is like thrilled to death now.
Was there how did they go about revealing it? Because I've seen some of these kind of goofy ways, and I've seen them gone wrong. Also, there wasn't any of that kind of issues, was there?
Right. We hope there wasn't any kind of those issues. I mean, we may find out that the wrong gender was revealed in like December maybe. I mean, how bad would that be if the doctor was wrong?
Yeah.
They just had little cannons they shot off, and it shot off either blue confetti or pink confetti, and it shot out pink. So they're excited about it, and I know all their friends are happy for them as well.
All right, that's EJ Jones, second place runner tonight.
All right, we'll take a wheel down victory lane, and we'll get a chat with our winner here tonight. Home in first place in Caliber 37. Yep, you're damn right. It's Randall Carter. Congratulations on the win, man. It was just a race that had everything: some passing, some slide jobs, some yellow, some crazy racing all over this racetrack. And how are your emotions feeling right now?
Feeling pretty good because this is the my first win in VLR.
Well, you sure sound excited there.
A little bit. I just had to thank that caution that come out that registered me in first.
Talking about that battle there between yourself, Shane James, and Tucker there as well. I mean, to race those guys, as hard as you can and as clean as you guys did. I mean, how pleasing is it, knowing that at a short track like this, you guys are able to run so close.
It feels pretty good. Be able to actually race pretty good on this track in these things. It just seemed like at the start of the race, though, a bunch of people just couldn't hold the line. But once I made it back up the front, Shane is a good driver. It just seems like he has worse luck than I do in these things.
Well, first career victory here at the Team VLR, and it comes in a street stock of all cars. Before we let you get out and celebrate, is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Thank you guys and Team VLR.
And many words right now. And David, I'll tell you, we're going to go chat with our top two from the point series tonight. We'll let you catch a word with Jeremy Capron.
Jeremy Capron, David Heilman up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. I wasn't supposed to be in the waiting room. I was moved up to talk to Howard and Carter.
Oh, dude. Are you in such a stink mood because you weren't quite able to get it done tonight?
No, me and Howard, yeah, let's take the back row challenge. And I'm like, yeah, that'll be fun. That wasn't very much fun.
Who wants to start on pole anyway? He's all well. Actually, I should correct because of a redraw. I'm sure you probably going to bring in the back row.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, I got up to 6, I think. So I don't know. That was a slobber knocker.
Yeah, that's a good word I'd use. Is both of you just seemed like you got caught up in other people's business and just really couldn't catch a break. I know, Howard, you used both your quicker pairs, and then you got a shot there from Drew Phillips, and that just completely tore your rear end apart. After that happened, what were you thinking?
I was hoping that no one. Apparently, I was in the back at 13th, so I was lucky that many people had already destroyed themselves before that, and so after that, I was just hoping that Jeremy didn't pass anybody else. But yeah, it was pretty weird because I don't know. It was an aggravating race. People just kept losing control with nobody around, and it seemed like it always happened to be right in front of me. So then I'd slam into their door, or they'd come down the track. So it was tough. And then hopefully you guys got a good view of my car. Like it would come off the corner and was like straight facing the wall, and I was still driving it down the straightaway normal, but it looked like I was going to hit the wall head on. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, we got that view right now on screen.
Yeah, I don't know. It was I had a little bit of speed running like that, but I took up too much of the track, so I was trying to get out of their way.
Now, we've come up... Well, Hartman's come up with a conspiracy theory here, right? Capron.
Okay.
Question to you. Now, Drew Phillips says you sponsor his real life car, correct? Hello, Jeremy. Good chat.
Yeah, I got you. Blinked out for a second. What was that?
You sponsor Drew Phillips' real life race car, yes?
Yeah, I sent him some good old stickers to slap on that hog.
Okay, all right. Now, Weaver, do you think there was any intentions of Phillips there to wreck you, considering that, you know, Capron's, sponsoring Phillips?
Shh.
Well, I know he had Rocky Battenfield. Rocky never was around me, but I don't think there's any question that Drew Phillips was out working as a hitter for Capone here, because my first EOL my first pit for repairs whenever he lost control with nobody around right in front of me and came down.
I'm gonna end this bet is no.
And
disgusting.
And he
never do that.
And I've just been sent a PayPal receipt that Drew Phillips sent me from Capone Screen Printing for $25.
Some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he ordered. It says this is definitely not for taking Howard Weaver out tonight. So
Exactly
I think that pretty much, yeah, that pretty much settles what happened there, Brett. But yeah, still didn't work though. But good effort by Capone and his mob.
I know nothing.
It's funny how sideways my car is though.
We'll wrap this one up. Howard, congratulations on the championship. 8 weeks, and you've certainly been the guy to beat here in the streets. So you've certainly been consistent. So well done on that one. And when are you going to thank a few people that you need to thank?
Well, I was really consistent all season. I either won or finished last, so we kept that up tonight. But yeah, I gotta thank Team VLR and Team Friday, and you for coming on short notice tonight, Brett at UDTV, and David for being here all season, and Jeremy for the good season, and Drew Phillips for giving it his all that last race to ensure that I didn't win the championship. He worked his butt off. He finally gave up and went and got him a top 3 though, so good job to him too.
All right, that'll do it here from the Labor Day Motorsports Park. David Harleman, final thoughts from not only this season but tonight's race as well.
Yeah, tonight was definitely a rough one. Didn't quite reflect some of the good racing and even side-by-side racing we've seen all season. But yeah, it just seemed like no matter what cars, even with cars this quote-unquote slow, how much the cushion can really affect them and stuff. I just want to thanks to everybody at Team VLR who let me up in the booth, and Joe let me up in the booth, and you here tonight, and it was just fun to come out this season, and thanks, got a lot of compliments for people too, so Hey, thanks for putting me up in here, putting up with me up in the booth. It was fun. It's a good ride.
Yeah, it certainly was a good ride. Big thanks to Joe White as well from OSRN. Check him out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch as well. OSRN, or Online Sim Racing Network. Go support his social media pages as well. I want to thank David Holloman, TeamVLR.com, for giving myself, Brett Wheeler from Ultimate Dirt TV, the opportunity on short notice. I was going to race tonight, but Howard wanted someone to run the cameras, and I told him I would. So big thanks to Howard for the opportunity here, and that'll do it for us here on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page, YouTube channel, Twitch channel as well. And of course, you can follow all Team VLR on the social media information, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, on the webpage as well, TeamVLR.com. Make sure you support and let everyone know that you've watched some fantastic racing. But on behalf of everyone here at TeamVLR.com, on behalf of David Harleman's Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night. We'll see you next time.